All right, day two of Big Ten football media days is kind of rolling to a close. At least I'm rolling to a close because I am tired. I got my bag over my shoulder and I'm going to decide on the way home whether I'm grabbing food, taking a nap first, or maybe getting food and then taking a nap and then eating it while it's cold. Anyway, interesting day, much more exciting than yesterday. I titled the article Ghost Town, I think Ghost Towns and Filibusters, because you had coaches trying to talk their way through most of their 15 minutes on their big stage interviews. A little better today. We had more action. The Huskers came out in force today. Matt Rhule put on a show as always. There's just no pushing that personality down. He did his big stage interview. He did his little podium interview. And then I also got some questions and some video that I'll be either posting tonight or early in the morning, but with Ben Scott, Isaac Gifford, and Ty Robinson. And, we can tell you a few things. Ty Robinson and Isaac Gifford are just both thrilled to be playing the 3-3-5. When I asked them about it, they both light up, and you can see that they enjoy it. I think they both have the opportunity to wreak havoc, which is what they want to do. Matt Rhule let loose a few tidbits. He was talking about how they've gone to the 105. I think they're going to 105 total roster size, but you can put them all on scholarship. He sounds like he still has a few questions. Apparently they're still hammering it out, the last parts of it. He wants to know if somebody gets injured, are they still, am I just stuck with that empty roster spot if they get knocked out for the year? He wants to know, can I have 140 players, but before the season starts, we have to give them our 105 to ride or die with, but the other guys can maybe be practice players if we're kind of going to an NFL model with a hard roster size. Okay, much larger roster size, but still. Ron Brown is officially an assistant again. They allowed for several more assistants. We're hiding a lot of these guys as analysts, had been hiding a lot of these guys as analysts who can't actually get on the field and work with them. We're seeing some of those guys turn into assistants now. Ron Brown will be coaching the fullbacks and the returners, if I'm recalling that correctly. Carter Nelson will start the season as a wide receiver. I believe what Rhule said was, currently at his size, it's easier to have him be a wide receiver who can go out and maybe throw some crushing blocks occasionally instead of a small tight end. And he said 2 years down the road, maybe he's leveled up in weight and muscle and all that, and then we'll make him a tight end. But he kind of called him, he'd said originally, this is a guy without a position, and I think had intimated that not only were there going to be some special plays for him, but some packages around him, which kind of tells you what they think his possibilities are. I remember when Georgia was recruiting him, they had told him, we think you can be our next Brock Bowers, the 3-time All-American at Georgia who left after his junior year and just got drafted in the first round by the Raiders. I would be completely okay if it played out like that. What were some of the other things? Ben Scott, I asked him, does the offensive line as a group have any particular goals they've set just for themselves? And he did not hesitate. He was, we want to run the ball. We want to control teams. We want to push them backwards. We want to dominate that line of scrimmage. And he was saying, but we're going to throw it too, and we want to keep our quarterbacks clean. We don't want to give up a sack all year. And these guys look big. They look bigger than they looked, say, 3-4 years ago. I mean, I'll give Scott Frost credit, and I believe that Matt Rhule did too. He said, I'm coming into a way better situation than I thought I was. As that these guys have seem to have a good culture. They've been built up, and let's face it, even though they were losing those last 2 years, they weren't getting shoved around the line of scrimmage anymore. They weren't just getting knocked back. They weren't undersized. It appears that Frost had left the program better than he found it, if short of the goals that we had for him, and I'm sure he had for himself, because he said the opposite when he got hired. I remember when he got hired, the word got out that when he finally got a look at everybody getting into the gym and all that, he said, I did not realize things were this bad, whereas Rhule said, I thought things would be worse. So, you know, good for you. Maybe it wasn't a total loss, but yeah, these guys sound like they're ready to go. I'll be posting an article, like I said, tonight or tomorrow morning. It might likely tomorrow morning. I'll finish it up tonight so I don't have to rush, and then like today's, it'll pop out probably sometime mid-morning. But yeah, these guys are ready to go. Today was a lot more fun. We had our Huskers. We had our first look at UCLA and USC. Tongue-in-cheek, Lincoln Riley apparently said, we're coming, and we're coming quickly. And my first thought, and that was Sterling Archer's comment in the show Archer, when somebody asked him once, Archer, are you coming? And he goes, no, but I'm breathing hard. So yeah, we were having a lot of fun with how quickly Lincoln Riley's apparently coming. Take that as you will. So anyway, I am tired, I am hungry, and I am going to roll out of here. We will roll one of these out tomorrow on the final day, and then on Friday morning it'll be back to Omaha, ready to run through brick walls for Matt Rhule. If I wasn't 60 years old and running into a brick wall would just like break a lot of bones. So, talk to you all tomorrow. Go Big Red.